All right, welcome to The Explainer. You know, in the super high-stakes world of real estate, brokerages are always making moves. But what's really going on behind all those headlines? That's what we're going to do today. We're decoding the game plan.
You see it all the time, right? Headlines about mergers, big-name agents jumping ship. It feels like it's happening every single day. But here's the thing. These aren't just random events. Nope. They are very calculated moves in a huge, high-stakes game being played by the industry's biggest players.
So, what exactly are these power plays? I mean, in a market this fierce, every single decision could be a total game changer. And that's what we're about to do. Break down exactly what these strategies mean for the future of real estate.
Okay, so here's how we're going to break this down. First, we'll look at the big picture, the chessboard, if you will. Then we'll dive deep into three key strategies. Expanding territory, snapping up top talent, and basically rewriting the entire rulebook.
Okay, first things first. Let's set the board. It's so important to see these company announcements for what they really are. They aren't just random news blurbs. Think of them as very deliberate moves on a huge strategic chessboard, where every single move is designed to get a leg up on the competition.
All right, strategy number one. This is the classic play, right? Simple expansion. Just think of it like controlling more squares on that chessboard we talked about. It's all about planting your flag in new, valuable territories and just aggressively growing your market share.
And believe me, this is happening literally all over the map. Just look at these examples. We've got Compass pushing hard into the U.S. Southeast. Then you've got Coldwell Banker beefing up its presence in Southern California. And Engel and Volkers, they're expanding into the super hot luxury market down in Mexico.
Let's zoom in on a perfect example of this. Take Compass's acquisition of Oyster Point Real Estate Group in South Carolina. Now, this wasn't just about, adding another office to their roster. No way. This was a super strategic move right into Charleston's really high-end historic market.
And listen to this quote from the firm's former leader, Carl Marby. It just perfectly sums up the whole value proposition. He's basically saying, hey, we get to keep our local boutique feel, but now we're backed by the resources of a national powerhouse. It's a killer combo. And this right here, this is that classic best of both worlds situation. You've got the boutique firm bringing its deep local connections and expertise to the table, and then Compass comes in with the heavy artillery, right? We're talking a national network, cutting-edge tech, and some seriously powerful marketing tools. It is a textbook win-win.
But, controlling territory, that's only half the battle. A strategy that's just as crucial is getting the most powerful pieces on the board on your side. And by that, I mean top-tier agents and proven leaders.
Okay, take a look at this number, $500 million. Wow. Now, what do you think that is? It's not a company's valuation. It's not a market cap.
That is the career sales total of one single agent. Her name is Jenny Sloan, and Compass just recruited her down in Florida. I mean, think about that. When you bring someone like her on board, you're not just adding a person to the team, you are literally acquiring a massive, proven business.
And what's really interesting is why she joined. It's super telling. For a top producer who's already built this incredible business just on referrals and relationships, a bigger platform like Compass gives her the tools and the reach to take all that success and just launch it to a whole new level.
And listen, this war for talent, it's not just about the top producing agents. Oh no, it goes all the way up to the C-suite. Just look at Century 21 New Millennium hiring Kim Harris Campbell as their new CEO. That was a huge strategic move.
So why is this such a big deal? Well, just look at her resume. We're talking about a former president at a major competitor, Compass. She's led over 20 acquisitions. She was even involved in their IPO. Bringing that kind of experience in-house, that is a massive strategic asset for Century 21's growth plans. Huge.
Okay, but what if the goal isn't just to get bigger or to grab the best players? What if the goal is to build like an unbreachable fortress of loyalty? Well, that brings us to our third strategy, completely rewriting the playbook with new, innovative ways to support your agents. A fantastic example of this is United Real Estate's brand new URSI program. Get this, instead of just helping agents sell real estate, this whole program is designed to turn the agents themselves into successful real estate investors. Pretty smart, huh? And look, this is way more than just some simple perk. It's a whole ecosystem. We're talking in-depth courses, mentorship from experienced investors, live deal-making events, even access to a network of partners for things like lending and insurance. The whole thing is built to make sure their agents succeed as investors.
And just like their CEO, Dan Duffy, says, this is a massive investment in their own people. The goal here is pretty clear: create so much value for their agents that it builds unbreakable loyalty. And it makes sense, right? I mean, why would you ever leave a brokerage that's actively helping you build your own personal wealth? Okay, so let's zoom back out and look at the big picture here. When you put these three different strategies together, you've got expansion, you've got talent acquisition, and you've got innovation, you really start to see the bigger goals that are driving all this intense competition. Really, it all boils down to this. That first strategy, expanding footprints, that's all about grabbing market share and geographic reach. The second one, winning talent, that's for building your reputation and bringing expertise in-house. And that third one, the new playbook, that is 100% about agent retention and long-term loyalty. Each one is a super powerful weapon in the brokerage arsenal.
So the big takeaway here is that there's no single silver bullet for success. Not at all. The brokerages that are really going to win are the ones using a multifaceted game plan. They're combining all of these strategies to build a competitive advantage from every single angle you can think of.
And that leaves us with one final thought to chew on. As all these strategies keep playing out on that big brokerage chessboard, which approach do you think will ultimately win? Is it going to be the firm with the biggest map, the one with the most star players, or maybe the one that builds the most loyal army? The game is definitely on.